Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Saturday. All right, guys, so the medicine is kicking in. We're feeling a little bit better, still going through it. I don't know what bug I caught, but this was a nightmare. So, guys, just lots of Lysol and take care of your health for sure. Last night I was just sitting there and I was like, I hate this. I'm such a baby. I said this to Jason, like, dudes are such babies when they're sick, and women are so resilient. I always say that. Anyways, Scheana and Kiki are responding to the claims that Teddy and Katie alluded to on Two Teas in a Pod, and I definitely am going to share that. So we have a lot to talk about, lots to discuss. Before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, Linda. Let's jump right in. Okay, guys, so just to take you back, the claims were pretty interesting. It seems like what they were trying to allude to was that this all points back to Scheana Shay. Well, here is the clip in case you missed it. And then I'm going to play Scheana and Kiki's reaction.
I was told, who knows if this is true, but I was told that Gretchen and Scheana are very tight.
Yes.
And that Scheana told Kiki.
Oh.
I have heard that from multiple people too.
Okay. So I'm glad that we got that figured out. So, I heard that they are very tight. So there's multiple sources that could have told Kiki.
There is an account that was created just for this. I was sent.
What?
I'll send it to you if you would like me to. And actually they sent it to Matt and Matt sent it to me. And he was like, this is how it makes sense. And it was Scheana. There's clips of Scheana calling Gretchen with Kiki on their podcast together saying, how do we get you back on the show? How do we do this? And it's also, it's this stream of like 20 slides of how it makes sense that it allegedly was them.
Because I heard that you said on Vial Files, what I was told, who knows if this is true, but I was told, you say, I'll die on that.
I didn't tell Kiki.
You didn't tell Kiki.
I did not.
But you do gossip with Kiki.
Yeah, about myself. I was sitting at that lunch and she knew about the episodes that I hadn't even seen.
Okay.
She had seen screeners that I hadn't even been given. And it was before we filmed the reunion last year. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, I feel this way. I feel that way. We were talking about being a woman of color, the only woman of color, and kind of commiserating in that a little bit. And that's when I told her, there are some things that I've seen with these women that make me feel a little weird.
Did you say I'll die on that?
I didn't tell Kiki.
You didn't tell Kiki.
I did not.
But you do go
the Jax.
Okay, so now this is what Scheana is responding. This is interesting because her and Kiki are definitely calling out Two Teas in a Pod. And I kind of like what she's saying in the way that she's leaning into it, because she's just like, at this point, I've been so nice to people. And I feel like Jason and I always take the high road with people. Then we get asked about things. And then we're just always like, oh, everybody's amazing. And we're just like not trying to sit there and like, like spew shit on people. And that's kind of what Scheana's saying. So I have some opinions as well. Here we go.
Well, I think we can agree it is the Two Teas and a Pod podcast for the lies that were spread about us this week.
Yes, 100%.
I mean, okay, Tamra wasn't on the episode. It was just Teddy, which I also think is beyond unfair because she doesn't need any hate that's going to come back, any backlash from her with this, because it is a flat out lie.
Yeah. Okay, so she thinks that it's unfair that Tamra wasn't a part of this conversation, but for the most part, I think in a lot of these situations, especially when covering her own show, originally, I believe the agreement was that Tamra was allowed to come back on the show, even though she covers the shows, but she wasn't allowed to really cover her own show. So that's why Teddy ended up bringing co-hosts on to replace Tamra in those moments to talk about the Real Housewives of Orange County, as opposed to having Tamra come on and I guess kind of give us a sneak peek into what was happening behind the scenes. It would have been too biased.
Yeah, and I don't even believe the part that I've heard this, because nobody's heard this. Nobody in this Bravo universe has heard this. This is the first time this has ever been put out there, and it's completely false. And Tamra knows the truth.
Yes.
I spoke with Tamra in New York City at Watch What Happens Live. She knows the whole truth, so she can easily tell Teddy, don't even put this out there because I know that this is false.
But also, Tamra has editing control over her own podcast. So you would have had to have okayed this podcast to go out in the world, knowing that is fucking false.
Yeah.
Okay, so my only other thing, and I'm not making this about me, maybe I'm just like a sick bitch right now, but I also got very frustrated at one point, which since then I've, like talked to both Kiki and Scheana, but there was a podcast episode that I wasn't happy with, and I've done shenanigans, and Scheana asked me after shenanigans, like, if there's anything that you want me to cut or have them cut, then just let me know and we will have it cut. And I was like, okay, just like the same thing with me having people come on, I can cut things as well if you absolutely don't want it out there. And what was put out there in that situation that pertained to me, I was really unhappy with. And I'm like, man, I thought in my head, like for Scheana, love Scheana, been around Scheana for a long time, but like Jason and I wrote her live show. Jason was there like helping with the music. I was helping host it, was helping like get Heather McDonald and everybody to be a part of it. And then for Kiki, like I sat on the phone for a long time trying to explain the algorithm of YouTube. And so when this podcast episode came out, I'm like, how do you got like, what the f is this? I was so annoyed. I'm like, you have control over this. Why would this even be out there? And I'm not going to go into like who it was with, but yeah, like that sucks, huh?
Yeah.
The Jax hole, I think we can agree. Why are you trying to defame me? Like, and you?
Yeah.
This isn't okay. It's a flat out lie. And, a 40-year-old Scheana is taking a page out of Cardi B's book. And I'm not going to settle if you try to take advantage of me. If you try to lie about me, I am going to fight back.
So 40-year-old Scheana is taking a page out of Cardi B's book, who's saying, I'm not going to I'm not going to settle. And if you pretty much take a shot at her, she's going to fire back. She's going to defend herself. So 32-year-old me is taking a page out of Sheena's book, who's taking a page out of Cardi's book to say the same thing.
I'm not letting people walk all over me anymore, and people need to start getting used to that.
Yeah, you did not deserve this. I did not deserve this. This is not okay.
So that's our Jax hole for this week. Thank you guys all for watching. And why are you trying to defame me? Like, and you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like I said, good to know. And yeah, I feel like I agree with everything that Scheana said, as far as like really defending yourself and sticking up for yourself and not putting up with people's shit. I'm going to take a page from that too. And at the end of the day, we're still going to figure out as all of this plays out, probably at the reunion more so. I'm sure there will be receipts. People were asking me if I think Kiki will be at the reunion. I don't think that she would. I don't think Bravo will have her there. However, I think that they're a lot more lenient with the coverage that they're giving her due to the fact that she's associated with Radio Andy and she has reality checked with our girl Dorinda. So I can see where they might just play to Kiki a little bit more and allow her a little bit more coverage just because of the association. But yeah, I'm curious what you guys think. This is Kiki and Scheana's response. Pop off, smash the like button, show some love, and we'll see you later.